Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Mostly sunny and warm, 82 the high. 63 downtown GR. That's a guess. I'm refreshing. It's 69. It really warmed up nicely.
Yes, it certainly did in that amount of time.
Mm-hmm. You know, they say, if you don't like the weather in Michigan, refresh your website.
Oh, that's good.
They do say that,
that
which is
everywhere.
good because every other state says that other phrase.
Mm-hmm. If you don't like the weather,
Just
shoot yourself in the face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
'Cause
shocked.
the problem is yours.
I was shocked. I thought that was a Michigan thing that was only said here. And then I moved, and they said it in Nebraska. They said it in Iowa. They said it in Tennessee. They said it in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, everybody thinks, only in wherever.
Yep.
Don't like the weather. Wait 10 minutes.
That and
wait
drivers.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
And every state says that the state next to them has the worst drivers. Like when I lived in New Jersey. Oh man, New Jersey has bad drivers, but New York drivers, they are the worst.
All drivers suck everywhere.
They all
Especially
suck.
here.
They all suck more than they used to. But having moved around the country, I will say New Yorkers are among the worst drivers. From what I have seen,
They're
they
the
are
worst,
worse.
in my opinion.
They are worse. They and Illinois drivers are left lane hogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely in New Jersey, when you were going
time.
somewhere, if a car was slowing everything down or a problem, you would expect New York plates and always be rewarded with your correct.
It's almost always the case.
In the few times I've been there, you're right. It did seem to be that way.
And in this state, too, a lot of times when you're driving across on 69, if you get caught behind somebody that's in the left lane, even if there's no other traffic around, they're just driving in the left lane, then all of a sudden you get up there and you go, God, it's Illinois. And sometimes they'll get over and then they get right back in the left lane as soon as you pass them. It's remarkable.
I have no bias. I think Michigan drivers suck. I think Illinois drivers suck. I hate them all. I hate everyone so much.
That being said, I will agree. Most people are terrible anyway.
I think here the worst part is that it doesn't seem like most people understand the idea of you should be going the speed of traffic when you're at the end of the on-ramp.
No, they don't. People don't know how to merge, and they also think they have the right-of-way when they're coming in on the ramp.
You're merging.
Which is wrong.
No one has to get out of your way.
Out of courtesy, people who are already on the interstate should get over if they can. Possible, if it's easy to do. But they're not. They don't have to. It's your job to determine their closing speed and stay the hell out of their way. Either you accelerate like a madman and get in there and get up to speed, or slow down and tuck in behind them.
I don't want driving advice from two guys who just took driving courses.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
I know
kidding. Did you
you're
guys learn that
educated,
in your big online classes you were forced to take by the state?
Hush.
Again, my big problem is that people don't go fast enough.
That was my problem, too.
What were you doing, like 90 in a school zone?
Yeah, absolutely. Right through a school.
Yeah.
It's like Blues Brothers.
Unfortunately, it was summer.
Yeah.
The school was out.
Right through it.
Meanwhile, WZZM has a news story here.
Construction still has not.
I was going to say more, but I trailed off. That's okay. Go ahead.
You did. I know.
I was trying to decide how to phrase it, but I waited too long, and Justin pulled the trigger. It's good. You're right. You were right to do so.
And today, home builders say there's going to be a huge housing shortage if the state can't catch up.
WZZM 13's Megan Bunchman shows us what steps the state must take in order to prevent another crisis.
Our builders are busy. They're
They're busy bees.
Well, Michigan home builders are experiencing their busiest year in a decade.
Really, builders have choices of where they can invest.
Some are cautioning that if cities don't reassess their policies and procedures, the new housing boom could quickly dig itself into the ground.
Housing is right behind workforce as the state's top economic development issue. We're going to lose our competitiveness in attracting new jobs if we don't have adequate housing options for our citizens.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Well, it'll be like...
But I'm not sure what the restrictions are that are preventing people. I mean, really, it's a shortage of workforce. Because when the downturn hit, a lot of people just quit building. Or moved to another state entirely. Like my brother-in-law was a builder.
Mm-hmm.
He built commercial, he built residential, he built all kinds of stuff. And eventually, when the economic downturn hit, it got to the point where he goes, I just can't keep the crew on anymore.
People
because
quit doing spec homes.
people aren't building.
Couldn't make the money.
They're doing like kitchen renos and things like that. They're staying put. They're not building new construction anymore. People aren't building apartment buildings. People are moving away, whatever. So he had to let everyone go. And then he started doing something else too. He's like a machinist now. He doesn't. He built the house they're moving into, but he doesn't build other people's houses anymore.
2008 was brutal.
I mean, that to me is what the big problem is it's a shortage of labor in the workforce because they lost so many people.
But this is crazy too. It's more expensive to live here in downtown than it is to live on the north side of Chicago right now,
which is crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, there is no availability or very little. There is no doubt. Yeah, a lot of people are moving here. Well, you get enough of those articles that it's like Grand Rapids is number one for this or this or this or this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a blessing and a curse. You go, yeah, we live in an awesome city, but then you go, God, so many people are moving here. Too many people. No, stay away. We like it. This is a perfect size. That's what makes it so great.
Right.
I like cheap housing and no traffic. Traffic is like, it's noticeable how many more cars are on the road all the time now. It always seems to be backed up everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Construction's really helping, though.
The construction is terrible.
That's happened every
and
year.
And also, so many of the merges are really weird. Like
True.
Like where 196 and 96 meet, but right next to it is the exit ramp for East Beltline. Then the on-ramps at Pearl Street.
There were some
and the
wacky
whole
city planners in the past.
Or how you get onto eastbound I-196 from Michigan, where you have to turn backwards around and then go back up. Like when I first got here, I go, I don't think I'm supposed to go up there. That doesn't seem right. It's so counterintuitive. You go, who designed this whole thing?
Yeah, it's funny. When I was here for my interview, Hot Wings dropped me off at the airport, and he said, I know this is going to look really wrong, but I swear I'm not going to try to kill you. This is just how the road works. And then sure enough, we had to backtrack in order to...
You make a U-turn in order to then get onto the eastbound on-ramp.
Right.
It's really
Weird.
stupid.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Wednesday at a new development in Granville, leaders of the Home Builders Association of Michigan highlighted new home construction, despite how it may look, isn't growing fast enough. Economists say a state of our size should typically produce 25 to 30,000 new builds per year.
Wow.
But only 16,000 homes are expected to be built in 2017.
Oh,
and many
that's
of
bad.
which will be priced well outside of what the average household can afford, says Bob Filka of HBA.
And their return on investment right now is really geared towards that high-end home, which ultimately isn't good for our state. We need a good balance of home production across all the spectrum.
Oh, when the market crashes, you're going to be able to buy a lot of house for a lot less money.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what's going to be available
Some
then.
decent ROI then.
Yeah.
An imminent problem, the HBA presented a 13-point action plan, which includes attracting new housing investments, streamlining government policies and procedures that typically produce delays, and attract new skilled workers back to construction.
People left the industry. We lost 60,000 workers in our industry during that 10-year period. At the same time, schools got rid of a lot of the training programs that were there.
Good move.
Yeah.
Let's not train people for anything practical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunchman reporting. Now, the plan would also change child labor laws to help expose young adults.
Yeah,
to
get some
construction.
kids in there.
I am all for that. Oh, my God. I cannot wait to get my kid doing some roofing.
Yeah. Put on a hard hat and here's a cigarette. I assume that's where they were going with it.
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, definitely.
We'll never know.
Definitely. No, I think that is good. If you can expose kids to
Asbestos?
building trades. No, not asbestos. Not yet. Not publicly. But no, some of those skilled trades. I think in even teaching stuff like that in high school, like basics, like really basic stuff that can be used in real life, I think would be all great.
Yeah.
Those are good jobs. I mean, it's not as good when the economy takes a downturn, obviously. But even when the economy goes south, you still need plumbers. You still need electricians. Things go wrong in your home.
What would have I been better off with? French or being forced to take a builder's trades class? Because we had to take a language class.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You had to take a language class. You know what? Je joue au hockey. Does my faucet work? No.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right.
You should have learned hand sign language, man.
Yeah, because I can't talk in English. Why would I be able to fail another language?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your fingers are all messed up too.
Yeah,
Well,
you might have been able
I was
to.
going to try to shut windows with my knuckles.
You might have been able to speak French fluently with your hands.
No one,
Like just on accident.
no one
we know
has
that's
ever
not-
seen.
Sign in English, but it'll come out in a foreign language.
How did you just sign a word scramble? Oh, it's because your fingers are L's.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't go in the right direction.
It's been 4 years since I broke a finger.
Well done.
Pretty good.
That is good.
Put that on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, you
It's
need
been
one.
a while. That's pretty good. It's Nirvana. All apologies. 97.9 GRD Rocks.